Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. This video is for local customers, for Rich and Danny in New York. This is a 92 Mercedes 300 CE. It's a coupe with the CIS injection, but this particular car has ASR, which is a rare option on these cars. And ASR situation is what I'm working here with, and just wanted to show the operation. So basically the problem was in both control modules. The one that you had and the one that was the replacement, they were both bad. I rebuilt both of them actually. This one I repaired. This one I still have to put together because some bolts are missing, but this was just a test run, so I wanted to see if my repair will do, and it did work. So we have two modules that work now. Next thing is I connected that pink red over there for fuel safety, shut off fuel pump output. Now the ASR light is no longer, and throttle actuator works and activates. The other modules, they were just like that, so you guys know where all the screws and everything for them. So you put them together. I would leave this module in the vehicle. That one little piece is burnt, so it's not critical what's bad in it. It still works, but it's like a little kind of suppressor for ground, whatever. It's gonna work still, but this is the module you want in the car. Now over here, linkages, I don't know which linkage was where, so I replaced linkages to the way that I think they should have been. I think the one with the screw should have been here, because I did not have full acceleration with this linkage, because this linkage is movable. So this is like a backup, I assume. And this is the primary linkage. It moves both your transmission kickdown and throttle potentiometer. The throttle cable is more or less loose, and I did put in original rod for throttle actuator back in place. That's that. Then what else? I think in this department we're pretty clear. Well, first off, let's just show you the activation. Put on the ignition, then we'll start the car. So now you hear the throttle actuator, the actual actuator. It does not buzz as loud as others because this is a different style. And let me just show you this. So when I use potentiometer, as you can see, the rod moves electronically, of course. You see how it's moving by itself? Well, not by itself, it's electronic activation, that's what it is. So this is basically how it is. As you know, this one is hollow, there's a spring, but at the end of the day, there is no motion. This rod is pretty much in the air, no resistance. So this is electronic activation. Because also you can see, let me try to get this better shot of the actual motor right there. See, that's the actuator. So I'm moving you can see how it's moving the throttle. Okay, that little actuator down under the intake manifold. Okay, so we know that works. That's a good result. Now let's look inside the car. Get inside. I don't know what happened to your tach. I just drove the car, it doesn't come on. So let me start the car. As you can see, ASR light goes away. Now let's see the snow chain. Snow chain switch activates on and off. That's good. And you cannot hear it, but the idle is normal. Idle speed is fine now because actuator sends out the signal to engine control module to activate idle control valve and so forth. This is very low, this is normal. So we're okay in this department as well. Engine runs, car runs. Obviously all the connectors to be fixed, you know, so soldered and whatnot. Maybe I'll solder those too. And I did check the power on this loom. See, there's two of them over there, so I would probably put some silicone on those and then drop this, because I did that by checking power. But the problem was in the actual control modules, and yeah, this is what we had the problem with. Transmission shifts a little weird. I kind of have a feeling that this transmission does not belong to this car. The reason I'm saying so is that, oh, look at that. There's a little bit of a washer here laying. That I don't know where it came from, because I did not take this off. Okay, so this is my feeling. I feel that this transmission does not belong to this vehicle for simple reason, because it starts in first gear. Usually ASR vehicles start in second. I mean, I know that this is an early car. I know that some of them came with first gear start, but usually all of them are non-ASR vehicles. Transmission shifts a little weird because it has sort of a delay of upshifting. It does upshift, but at high RPMs, even with working ASR system. I did try to loosen up kick down cable, but it's quite loose already. As you can see, this is like, there is play in it, so it's quite loose. So if I loosen it too much, then the kick down will not work. Maybe kick down switch is bad on the actual kick down cable, might be bad on the under the pedal inside. The kick down solenoid may be stuck or something with valve body, or it just could be plain and simple that this came with 320 but non-ASR model, therefore it starts in first gear. Yeah, it's faster, you know, because it accelerates better. You know, you just know how to drive it, it'll be alright. But to me, I feel like it should shift a little bit. It should upshift at lower RPMs. That's my point. Because even when I let go of the gas pedal, it still does not upshift, even if I go fast enough. So there could be a little bit of a discrepancy there. But nonetheless, I mean, it works, it drives. I mean, there's just no problems there. As a matter of fact, like I said, all of these computers, they were the way they are. I also have a little kind of an issue with this module, because when I bang on it, look at this. That's kind of like, I don't know if that's okay. I mean, I don't think that's really okay. But anyway, you have a spare module you can put in. If something is loose inside that, that's the main engine control module. Now here I can't really show you much, but well, maybe we'll go down the street, but we don't see RPMs. But you know, we don't see RPMs. That's not good. So this way I cannot show you how exactly it drives and what RPMs it shifts and all that stuff. But you can at least see the speed. I'm barely pressing on the gas pedal. See, it just then it jolts, kind of shifts into the next gear, and it doesn't kind of want to upshift a little bit. You have to go faster. That's my thing about. In terms of drivability, it's totally drivable. It goes pretty fast actually, because it's a first gear engagement. That's why it engages in first gear. That's not it. That's not the way usually these cars are. They usually go and engage in second. I mean, if I press far enough on the gas pedal, it actually shifts better. But that's the idea. When you accelerate in the second gear, you start off in second gear, you do press the pedal further. So it's a little different dynamic. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having this transmission in it. You just have to accelerate faster and you have to drive at a little faster pace. That's all. If I go slow, see, it's like I would want it to upshift right now. There it goes, it just did. And that's the second gear now. this is sort of okay. Yeah, this is kind of like all right. So that's basically my take on this. I checked the vacuum modulator seemed to be holding vacuum, so it could use a little bit of adjustment, possibly the actual vacuum modulator on transmission itself. So yeah, I think it's just it could have been different transmission, or there's something going on. But anyway, it's not the purpose of this video, and the repair here was solely for ASR situation, and ASR is done. I can totally state that the ASR problem is resolved. And I usually, like I said, I don't really work a lot on these particular systems, because this is the early first version of ASR without diagnostic or anything built into it to tell you what's wrong. So you have to really manually check each and every circuit. And I'm just parking this car here in the driveway. So there we have it. Alright, so this was a little longer video than I wanted to do, but you have an idea, and this is basically going to be all for this. If you want me to fix more things, yeah, I will, but other than that, ASR is done. Alright, so this is all. This is Victor. Well, you know, I do have a feeling about the actual dial on this end does not work, therefore RPMs don't move. That's what I have a feeling about, but I don't know. Like I said, I didn't go and look into that. Alright, so for now this is gonna be all. This is Victor at historiamercedes.com. Thank you for watching.